Hello everyone and good morning and welcome back in a new episode of our Minecraft series. So, you caught me while I was here at the barn because I've been farming a little bit of wool, you can see here, and also a lot of wood. Yes, I've expanded our logging area, you can see here, and I've well, put down patches for each and every type of trees we currently possess. So we have well, acacia over here that we have already seen it, but I've had to move it a little bit because it was too close to the other ones. Oak, spruce, jungle. I've started working on my jungle production. Birch, mangrove. Mangrove is going to be a little bit painful. Dark oak, which I've harvested just a moment ago, and cherry blossom, and that's it. Yes, because we don't have any of the two woods of the nether we are missing, and I believe that's it. We have all of them. Yes. So let me just empty my inventory and we'll meet back up at our signboard for planning the episode. So here we are in front of our signboard, and as I've already said, there is nothing much happened off camera because I mainly focused myself on grinding some wool, stocking up on it for today's episode. I just, as I've mentioned in the last episode, brought down the nether portals to level 11 in the nether, but you will see it once we use actually the nether. So today's episode, since we now have 9 stacks of wool in our ender chest, well, I can show you. Here we have it, 9 stacks. I just need to make a couple of little adjustments, and then we can head down to deep dark level and finally start working on exploring the perilous ancient city. Okay, so now that we are preparing on heading down to the ancient city, what do you want to bring with you when exploring actually the ancient city? So a bottle of wool, not only because you can use it to, well, track your path, make a safe path, and most of all a silent path around the ancient city in general, but you can also isolate yourself from the noises. For example, if you are opening a chest, you can make a wall of wool. That way the noise won't travel through it, and so if there was a skulk sensor or a skulk shrieker, it wouldn't hear the actual chest opening. I know, it's a little bit weird, but that's how it's made. Also, you want to carry some sort of, let's say, projectiles. I took eggs because I have a lot of eggs, but you can also use snowballs, because when in the terrible case we were to spawn a warden, you want to distract it by simply luring it away from you using either a snowball or a projectile, because it makes noise, but you have to pay attention that it doesn't hear you throwing the actual projectile. For example, if it were here, the warden, and I was here trying to throw an egg over there, he would spot me and kill me. And also, while the warden is distracted, you have to get away from it, at least 20 blocks away, so that you are out of his radius, of his shriek radius, because his sonic blast can reach you up from 20 blocks away. That's a lot. Okay, so we are ready. Coal, wood for torches, although I doubt we will need them, because, well, you don't want to place too many torches because placing blocks makes noise. A lot of wool, and that's it. We should pretty comfortable to go. So let's head downstairs and wish me luck. Well, before going down into the deep depth of the world at deep slate level, we obviously have to perform our sacrifice. And what better to sacrifice than this sculk sensor? Our very first sculk sensor we found, well, basically near the base of our elevator. So in you go. And obviously I'll take the advantage to endorse you to leave a like if you enjoy this episode, and subscribe if you wish to see more like them. It's very important to me that I get some feedback from you. If you don't want to do that, you can just leave a comment down below and I'll be 3 times happier. So let's head down. Okay, so we just entered the ancient city. So now I can show you, I got rid of a shrieker that was lying on top here. And now we should have a pretty safe area around which we can move. Okay, we got rid of all the sculk sensors. And here I have also the shrieker I got rid of. You can see now that here I've marked my pathway with wall. Because in wall you can walk and run without being sensed, actually, by the sculk sensor, and therefore without triggering any sculk shrieker. Ooh, good! A water armor trim. That's very good. A couple of fragments of the disc 5. Soul torches, which is nice. And well, a little bit of rubbish. Can put it inside our ender chest. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and proceed as usual, meaning that I'm going to just explore around, trying to get rid of as many shriekers as possible, and we will meet back either if I'm summoning the warden, which I hope I don't, or back home with all the loot. Okay, I want just to give you a brief look at how I am exploring and why I'm not publishing the whole footage, because, well, you will hear it later, but in the end I got like 6 hours of footage. It took me 6 hours of real time to explore the whole ancient city, and it's always usually me either going around on wall or shifting around, breaking some shriekers, some sensors, and here and there just opening a chest. So I didn't feel even necessary to include me just opening some random chests here and there. I'd much rather having everything clumped up at the end at home when we can review the whole loot, rather than giving you here and there me opening chests, breaking shriekers. Also because it's not that entertaining as footage. I can upload the footage of my exploring session, but it's not that easy. I'm mostly staying silent for paying attention to noises and all stuff like that. So I hope you don't mind me skipping ahead and just including some juicy parts whenever they happen. So, welcome back. A couple of hours went by, and as you can see by the whole ancient city being more or less lit up, I've finished exploring and everything. Yes, I've checked each and every building, and well, I've lit up my way all around, not for like preventing mob spawning. Ooh, look at that over there. There's another one. But rather for you being able to see. I tried to brighten up a little bit the footage. I don't know if it worked or not. Please do tell me. And yes, now we have just to go back home that way. So the way back up is around that part of the ancient city, and we'll be back home for seeing what we've gathered. I'll have to do a couple of trips because my inventory is full and also my ender chest is full. So, see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm working on, well, gathering up all I've left around because I had found too much stuff, and therefore I had to pack it into chests which I've scattered all around the now safe ancient city. But I wanted to show you because I've removed each and every shrieker I could manage to move, apart from one over here. So fret not, we will be able to meet the warden if we'd ever want to. Because I don't know if you knew, but when you remove a naturally generated shrieker, one that has spawned inside the ancient city, it loses its ability to spawn the warden. So if I were to place one down at home, it won't work. And even if I were to create one, well, even if it were to spawn one via the skull catalyst, it wouldn't work either. Just the naturally generated ones in the ancient city. Well, since we are already here, I might as well show you the main piece of the ancient city. Underneath the portal frame, we have the Redstone Laboratory. As you can see, I've left the door open, because here we have the lever, which triggers the actual door. Okay. And the door is closed. I'm quite puzzled as why you would want this lever here, because you don't have any way to open the door from the outside, which is weird. So I just wonder why Mojang chose to do this. But you can see here we have the Redstone Laboratory. So here we have a pulse extender, this one. You can see here we have the strip of land, all redstone lamps, and which is progressively well, shuts down because the intensity of the signal itself is slowly fading. And this circuit as well opens the door. Again, I don't know why. Here it demonstrates just the usage of the skulk sensor, which in water, when waterlogged, it doesn't make the screeching sound that it does when it gets activated. So it's a nifty feature, and it is also used outside with the two lamps. Oh well, let me open the door again. With the two lamps we have here on the side, this ones, they too have a skulk sensor which activates and turns on. Oh well, let me just do that. You see? Very nice. Over here we have, let's see. Well, this is the demonstration that transparent blocks do not transmit redstone. So, well, solid ones does. Filler content, other filler content, and over here we have two things. Well, the two remaining. The target block, which activates when you do a bullseye. It turns on the lamp. And here instead we have the lectern, in which you are supposed to put in a book and basically it reads the power and turns on the lamp. Very nice, very nice addition for, let's say, newbies. But I guess that when you get down here to the ancient city, you are no longer a newbie. Well, I wouldn't feel confident coming down here. Okay, so the ancient city is done. we managed, luckily, I don't know how, to not activate, not spawn the warden. We managed to keep under the 4 strike levels, because on the 4th strike the warden spawns. So I'm pretty proud of that. Let's go back home and let's review the loot. Okay, here we are back home in our storage room, and here we have the whole loot of this Deep Dark expedition, this ancient city raiding. So down here we have some little bit of miscellaneous. I found another mineshaft, so I had to explore it. I took a little bit of ores, not too many. I concentrated mainly myself on diamonds and nothing else for the most part. Then, moving on, here we have a lot of items. So these come from the ancient city. You can see here a couple of saddles, diamond horse armors, which are good, in a way. A ton of discs. We will no longer need to look for other side, like ever. And also a couple of other discs. Some regeneration 2 potions, which are nice. Miscellaneous enchantment books. Some are good, some are less good. But what the most interesting of this chest here is these 2 hoes, which I found them, I swear. I have my 2 enchanted hoes here. And in the ancient city I managed to stumble upon. These are a little bit consumed because it took me a while to notice that they weren't my proper ones. Yes. And down here we have some pretty nicely enchanted items. Well, nothing too fancy, but well, it might turn out to be useful. Over here we have all the juicy stuff. You can see I've been breaking a boatload of skull sensors. I've broken each and every one basically in the ancient city, apart from the waterlogged one near the central portal, which I've shown you before. And here we have 6 stack and 7 Skulk sensor. You can see also almost a stack of Skulk Shrieker, 58 if you were to count the last one in the one we had tangled in wool to keep it safe. 6 enchanted golden apple, which is definitely good. They are very rare. I don't think I will ever use them. These is just a measure of wealth. Then we have Swift Sneak, 4 Swift Sneak 3, 2 Swift Sneak 2, and 1 Swift Sneak 1. My god, it's so hard to pronounce for me. Yes, other than that, well, almost a stack of Skull Catalyst. These are nice because we now can farm Skulk. If we were to hook it up to a spawner, for example, by killing mobs on top of it, it can convert surrounding blocks to Skulk. Very, very interesting smithing templates. Well, this last one, I didn't expect to find it. It was in the very last chest I've broken, and I'm very happy with it. And I found also 4 Ward armor trim. So we, well, the designing episode is getting closer. We now have here 10 disc 5 fragments which we can craft into disc. And I want also to use these extra shards. We have 3 skeleton skulls, which is very interesting because it's well, the ancient city is the only place where you can find these naturally generated. You can farm them using charged creeper, but it's quite tough. Almost 2 stack of soul torches. We can convert them into soul lanterns, and we can use them for pretty decoration. And well, a couple of bottles of enchantings and a little bit of skulk, but the skulk is we can grind it. It's not that precious, let's say. It's renewable. So let's craft this. Well, we need compass because we can craft the recovery compass, which points to our basically to our latest death, rather than pointing towards either a lodestone or towards our bed like normal compasses do. And obviously the disc 5 by Samuel Oberg. I think it's pronounced like that. Okay, so let's go to sleep and let's conclude the episode. Also because I haven't been sleeping for days. Yes, it's it's according to my statistics, it's been 6 hours and a half since I've last slept. And remember, this is real in-game time. Well, gaming time. So it's been 6 hours. I've been playing 6 hours and a half without sleeping. It's high time we sleep. And I'll meet you in front of the signboard. Okay, here we are. So we can finally remove this Explore Ancient City sign. In the next episode, what are we going to do? So I would much like to concentrate myself on this central railway station. I've swapped out the Polish railway sign because we need. I want to add in a station, a central station for minecarts to which we can hook up everything, so that we can in the future, when we will have various different, let's say, off-sites of our castle, we can reach them using minecarts. Also because I've been using quite a lot the railway down to the barn. It's very comfy, and so I wanted to get it proper polished. But aside from that, I would also like to concentrate myself on the logging camp. I want to add a little bit, some houses down near the barn. I was thinking that maybe we could even put up a palisade, so using logs, and create a village. So we could start, let's say, bringing our village to the surface. It would be quite nice. I've also have a nice idea for the stony shore. I was planning on making some houses completely made out of stone, or with a lot of stone and very little wood, so like crude stone actually. Let me know what you think about this project. I've been talking way too long, so I thank you for following me until this moment, and I will wait for you in the next episode. Bye bye!